How to safeguard and care for your HP notebook. In this video, we'll show you how to look out for your notebook and avoid some easy-to-make mistakes when you are out and about with your notebook. Avoid dropping, knocking, or shaking your notebook. Let's start with an obvious one. Dropping a notebook, even the smallest distance, is never a good idea, not even if it is in your backpack. Tossing your backpack onto a bed or letting it drop to the ground beside you while it has your notebook inside is not recommended. Sure, your backpack takes a few bumps and bangs against walls, doors, chairs, etc. as you travel around with it, but if you have a notebook inside of that backpack, it can't take that sort of bashing. In that environment, the notebook can suffer mechanical trauma, which can damage it. Your notebook may have a mechanical hard disk drive, HDD, rather than a solid-state drive, SSD. If it has an HDD, you should avoid shaking the backpack roughly in case some components of the drive are disrupted and you lose saved data. Handling and picking up your notebook. You should always insert and remove your notebook from your backpack properly. Squeezing too hard on the display panel may crack the screen. Because of its shape and size, it's easy to think that you can pick up an open notebook any way you like. But you should never pick it up by the display panel because you could easily break the LCD screen. The hinges that enable the screen to open up and fold down are not designed to carry the weight of the rest of the device. Instead, always lift it from the base, the part with the keyboard and ports, ensuring you have a firm grip as you lift and move the notebook to a different location. Avoid damaging your notebook's display. Closing the display panel on objects like a pencil or an earbud that are sitting on the notebook's keyboard can cause the screen to crack, particularly when the notebook is pushed into an overfull backpack. Keeping your notebook away from food and drinks. Food and drinks don't mix well with the keyboard or any other notebook parts, so it's best to keep your notebook out of the way of any accidental spills. While it's not always easy to do, you should try to place any beverage you are consuming about a foot or 30.48 centimeters away from your open notebook. It's best to avoid eating or drinking while watching a video on your notebook. But if you intend to do so, try to have the notebook as far away as is practical and cover the keyboard with a rectangle of plastic foam to minimize any risk of spills. Packing your notebook. Many backpacks are not well suited to carrying a notebook, even though they are a convenient way to do exactly that. Here's why. Staying aware of overloading, food and beverage, and pressure damage. It is not a good idea to have your lunch and your notebook packed into the same backpack. Even if the food and drink is sealed and capped, an accidental spill could occur and cause damage to the notebook. Yes, you need to fit everything into your backpack, including your notebook, but don't overstuff the backpack. Pushing a notebook into an already full backpack is an easy way to potentially crush it. Leaving your notebook on while it's in your backpack can cause it to overheat. Be sure to put it to sleep or turn off completely before you zip up your backpack. You shouldn't let anything heavy rest on top of your notebook inside the backpack, particularly when you are packing it. Even stuff that doesn't weigh much can potentially cause damage. Staying aware of water and bad weather damage. Excessive water can cause an issue if it soaks into your backpack. For example, if water sits on it and soaks through, the moisture could penetrate into the interior of the backpack and damage the notebook. The same could occur if your backpack is not very weather resistant and you get caught in a downpour of rain.